hope it's been great. Let me turn on one of the lights here. So tell me your name and the city you're joining me from. Okay, tell me your name and the city you are joining me from. It's been a very fruitful day, rewarding day, busy day, of course, as usual. But God has been good to me. Has been your own day? I hope it's been great. I hope it's been full of blessings and the mercies of God. Welcome to November. November, a month, a great month. We have to come into the month being positive, expecting the best. I want to pray for the souls of those who lost their life at Ikoyi. I'm told when I saw some of the picture on social media, I was quite emotional about it. And I saw it late into the night yesterday. My heart was just so bothered. And you see, some of us who are entrepreneurs who had to expand internationally. Some people do not understand the challenges we face in business. A couple of them, a couple, but a lot of challenges we face in business. And it's the reason why some people, how many of you know that you cannot build a 21-story building in Nigeria without having to engage expatriates? If you know, type I know. If you don't know, type I don't know. Let me say that again. There's hardly anybody who's been able to build a 21-story building in Nigeria and above, 30, 21, without having to engage expatriates. Is that bad? We have skill deficiency. It's difficult to find experts who will not compromise, that can do your job. Difficult to find quality materials. So sometimes we only complain just about the developer. So yes, there's a fault of the developer because he was supposed to make sure he wasn't cutting corners. He was supposed to make sure that he built based on the permission. In terms of if it was 15-story, he shouldn't go and do 21-story. But you see, when buildings cave like that, it goes beyond whether they gave him a permission or not, or approval or not. It shows there were substandard products that were used. It shows that some of the engineers at work were not adhering to best practices, and so on and so forth. So I can only say, may the soul of the departed rest in peace. And that's all I can say. But are you ready for me today? Okay, if you're ready for me, type I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Come on, how many of you are ready for me today? So how do you make money work for you in the real estate sector? Now, first of all, I want to know how many of you currently understand what it means by money working for you. If you understand, type I understand. If you do not understand, type I don't understand. And by the way, as you're joining me, please share this video as many times as possible, 50, 100 times. Share on all different platforms. Hit the share button and get everybody in here. How many of you are aware that, and this is very, very powerful and very important, how many of you are currently, understand what it means by money working for you? If you understand, type I understand. If you don't understand, type I don't understand. So I can see Akabueze understands, ACD Homes understand, Okiriki understands, Kalu understands, a couple of you understand. So for the sake of those who don't understand and are too shy to admit that they don't understand, let me repeat it. When we say money working for you, we mean that you have invested your money into something, into a particular investment vehicle, and you do not need to do any other work again for you to continue to get regular income from that investment. So the concept of money working for you means that you put your money into something, and once you put that money once, okay, something begin to come. Some money begin to come to you either annually or monthly or quarterly without you having to do any extra work. So there's something called active income and passive income. Active income is the money you make from salary, from as a speaker. I'm a speaker, they pay me to speak in places. That's an active income. Then you have passive income. Passive income is the same as making your money work for you. You put your money into some form of investment vehicle and you begin to get something regular, and you don't need to work for it. And this is one of the powerful ways to become financially free. If you do not do this, you cannot become financially free. So financial freedom comes through being able to put your money into some vehicle and then the money keep producing for the rest of your life. Does this make sense? If it makes sense, type it makes sense. If you understand now, type I understand. I understand. Remember, share this video 50 times. Okay? Get everybody in here. Share it 50 times. Okay? Facebook, WhatsApp, everywhere. Okay? Come on, everybody. I'm waiting for you to share. Waiting, guys. Come on, I'm waiting. Okay, good, you do. So today I want to share with you 3 basic ways, right? 3 basic, basically 2. And then the third one is more of a rule that everybody must do when you are ready to start making money, making money work for you. Also, let me say this. It's a quote by Warren Buffett. It says, if you do not make money while you sleep, you will have to work till you die. It's important to understand that true wealth is a function of being able to build passive income. And then you keep generating money from that. Now, there are several ways to do this. Tech ways to do this through crypto. There are money market ways to do this through hedge funds, investing in, certain stocks, investing, of course, in the forex market. There's several investments, right, that you put your money into and then you start generating regular money. There are also professional companies, hedge fund manager, mutual fund managers. These are professional companies that you can go meet. Insurance program as well. I talked about annuity yesterday. Annuity is a program where you pay certain money for certain years. For example, you can be paying, let's say, $5,000 for 10 years. Depending on your age, they calculate that thing. And then you pay that money consistently for 10 years. And if you faithfully pay that money for 10 years, now for the rest of your life, they will then be paying you a certain amount till you die. Okay, so there are programs like that. However, today we want to look at the one available for you in the real estate business, in the real estate world. Okay, are you ready? If you're ready, type I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Come on, are you ready? For the ones that you can now do in the real estate world. Like I said, there are several others. Maybe one of these days I will take a training where I will just teach you on a general how to make money work for you across different sectors, in different industries, in different ways. But today, maybe I want to focus on just the real estate sector, how to make money work for you in the real estate sector. That's what I want to focus on today. There are several, like I said, several other sectors, several other ways, but let's focus on the real estate one today. Are you ready? If you're ready, type I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Please share this video 50 times. On Facebook, on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn, across all social media platforms. Get everybody in and share, share, share. Number 1, which is very important, is called service apartment rental income investment. I want everybody to write it down. Serviced apartment rental income investment. Everybody write it. Serviced apartment rental income investment. I'll repeat it again. Serviced apartment rental income investment. So what does this mean? This means you invest in a particular type of house. But what are this particular house? Is a serviced house that is structured such that you can rent it out to tenants. Now, why do you need a serviced house? I'll give you an example. We have several customers who do business with our company, okay, and who are able to make money in terms of rental income money just by doing something. They bought a house, okay? Sometimes some of them do this in Dubai, as we sell properties in Dubai. We sell properties in the UK. We sell properties also in Nigeria and the US. So some even buy through us, but they buy a serviced one. What does it mean to have a serviced apartment? A serviced apartment means that they provide all the infrastructure, electricity, running water, everything that is needed in that particular apartment. So it then means you, the owner of the apartment, do not need to start doing some work. You don't need to have the headache of, oh, how do we pay the electricity bill of the house I have in Dubai? How do we pay the internet bill of the house that I have in Dubai? How do we pay the this bill, that bill? And when that whole headache, I remember a lot of time when you do serviced apartment investment, your goal is to rent it out and just be getting what we call passive income. You do not, sometimes you don't even live in that country. Like 90% of our investors here in Dubai, for example, don't live in Dubai. They only bought those properties so that we could help them rent it out. We rent it out to people on their behalf, and we send them their money. So we also do management of the property for them. So in this case, nobody wants to be in the US and be worrying about how to pay electricity bill in Dubai for the house he or she owns, how to pay internet bill in Dubai for the house, even though it's your house. You don't want that headache. You are even far away from Dubai. So what do you then do? You buy a service apartment where part of the services include that they will manage the apartment for you. I don't know if you think this makes sense. If this makes sense, type, it makes sense, it makes sense, it makes sense. Because this is one of the ways that you are able to make good money in the real estate sector. For example, when you buy a house where, and I've seen situations like this, where people didn't buy serviced apartment, all the maintenance fees, okay, begin to go to who? Begin to go to you, the owner. And in some case, the tenant will say he used your what's it called, rent money to paint the house, to clean some floor, to fix the pipe that got busted, to do one thing or the other. I know people who bought houses, rented it out to tenants, and have not collected rent in 3 years. The tenant kept claiming that he was doing repair, and as such, had used the money to pay rent to repair the house. I don't know if you have heard of stories like this. If you've heard of this, type, I've heard of stories like this. I've heard of stories like this. Come on, talk to me. I need your engagement, guys. I enjoy trainings like this when you engage me. And I also enjoy this when you share this video 50 times. On Facebook, on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn, across all social media platforms, you engage, you get everybody in, everybody to watch, you bring everybody on board. I enjoy it when you do this. So please share this video across all platforms. So again, how many of you have heard stories where landlord couldn't collect rent from tenants because the tenant claimed he's used the landlord's money to renovate? So these are some of the challenges you face when you buy properties that do not have serviced apartment. Of course, you will still pay for the service apartment, but as long as the money you are paying for the service of the property is less than the rent, then you're good. In fact, there are some program where For 2 years, the developer will waive the service apartment. What does that mean? For 2 years that you are collecting rent, the developer will continue to service the house for you, right? And you will not even need to pay a dime to fix anything that gets bad in the house. So you are collecting your rent 100%, right? And this is how to make, real-time income, because you do not want situations where you are still carrying the headache of how to run your property in Nigeria, in UK, in the US, who service it, who do you pay to do this and that. So when you buy a serviced apartment and you rent it out and you begin to collect monthly income or yearly income, kudos to you. You have just built a source of passive income. You have just made your money to work for you instead of you working for money. Now, when you begin to have multiple of that, from one apartment, you have 2, you have 3, you have 4, you have 5, you have 20. Now you're a wealthy man or a woman. I remember a story of somebody that I met. This man had 200 apartments in the UK. Everybody type 200 apartments. Come on, everybody type 200 apartments. I want everybody to talk to me. Type 200 apartments. Now, of course, he used equity loan to get a good number of those apartments. So not all, he didn't need to do cash buy. Many of them equity loan, to use equity loan and mortgage. That's all he used. Now, on average of those apartments, after he pays his mortgage, he was making £500 every month. Right? Now, everybody, I want you to multiply £500 times 200. Let's do the math. 500 times 200. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what? £100,000 every month. Now, if this apartment is serviced, meaning he doesn't need to pay any extra money to do regular servicing of that apartment, ladies and gentlemen, every year this man makes £1.2 million. I don't know if you think this is cool money. Type cool money, cool money. Right? Everybody talk to me. Type cool money. Let's even say he paid 40% in taxes. Let's even say he paid, Mama Charlie, right? Let's say he paid Mama Charlie 50%. He still goes home with £600,000. Ladies and gentlemen, £600,000 ain't joke. And you continue to collect this for the rest of your life. You are blessed. You are made for life. And this is how to build wealth. This is how to build wealth for yourself. Everybody, please share this video at least 50 times on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn, across all social media platforms. Hit the share button. Let's get everybody in here. So wealth can be created when you leverage on what? Serviced apartment rental, right? And you're just getting something coming in. This is not MLM. This is not quick money. This is not reap where you did not sow. This is not plenty cash, but it's called the principle of compound interest. When you continue to make this kind of money consistently, 10 years into that, 20 years into that, you're a multi-millionaire. And this is how real wealthy people made it. They did not go for, get rich quick. They did not go for sharp. But they went for projects and things that were able to guarantee. It was not sharp money, but consistent income. Everybody type consistent cash flow. I want everybody to type consistent cash flow. Consistent cash flow. So this is how to become rich. The principle of compound interest is how Warren Buffett became a billionaire, and at some point he used to be the richest man in the world. Now, what was the principle of compound interest? Okay, the principle of compound interest, by the way, is something that our youth today do not value. Many of you don't value it, but it is the most guaranteed way to build sustainable wealth for yourself. right? The principle of what? Compound interest. So let's even Google it so that I can give you Google definition, okay? Compound interest as regards investment. Definition, let me Google it. Definition of compound interest, okay, in investment. Okay, so let's say the result of that. Now let me read this to you. Definition of compound interest. So here is on Google. I think this is according to Forbes. Compound interest is when the interest you earn on a balance in savings or investment account is reinvested and you more interest. Compound interest accelerates the growth of your savings and investment over time. Conversely, it also expands the debt balance you owe over time. So what do we mean by compound interest? Now, when you are doing compound interest, when it comes to investment, it just means that let's assume my return on investment per month is 500 what? 500 pounds. Okay, 500 pounds, isn't it? 500 pounds, my return on investment. As I got that 500 pounds, I did not eat it. I reinvested it. Does that make sense at all? So what then happened is that by the next month, okay, I am not only going to get another 500 pounds. No. My earlier 500 pounds has been added to what? To the former, to the new 500 pounds. And so what I was supposed to get from, instead of getting 500 pounds next month, because I reinvested it, I probably will get what? 600 pounds next month. 600 pounds because I put back the 500 pounds. Now, what will happen is that by next year, my regular income, instead of being 500 pounds, because of the principle of compound interest, will have changed from 500 pounds monthly to what? 1,100 pounds every month by the following year. 10 years down the line, what was supposed to just be generating to me only 500 pounds will have been generating to me 20,000 pounds every month because of the principle of what? Compound interest. Do you understand now? If you understand, type I understand. If you don't understand, type I don't understand. If you understand, type I understand. Okay? I want to make sure I'm breaking these conversations down for you in a way you can understand. So, okay? Now, what do we mean? And this is very important that you get. When it comes to you are doing this, somebody say, I don't understand. What do you mean by that? So in this case, you are doing rental income. You are supposed to be getting, you bought a property, let's say here in Dubai. You got a property here in Dubai for $100,000, right? A property here in Dubai for $100,000. A property here in Dubai for $100,000. Okay? $100,000. That's what you got the property. All right? Now, this property that you got for $100,000, let's assume your monthly income on this property is $1,000. $1,000 is what you're supposed to be earning every. I'm just giving an example right now. I'm not saying anything. So you're supposed to be earning $1,000 on this particular. Let me open on a sheet of paper, right? $1,000 is what you are supposed to be earning every month, right? Or let's say in a year, you're supposed to earn $10,000 in a year. $10,000 every year from this property that you got. Now, you decided not to spend this $10,000 and decide to put it to buy another property. So before you know it, you have from one property, you have two properties. So what we are saying is that if you continue to do this, in 10 years, instead of only just earning $10,000 every year, okay, because you have now continued to put in the money back, That's what Warren Buffett did. You will have grown your yearly income, okay, in 10 years. And that's why it looks like magic. In 10 years, from $10,000, what you will actually be earning is $1 million every year. Okay? That's the principle of compound interest. So there's a point where there's called exponential growth. So it doesn't make sense. How can 10,000 turn to 1 million? That's the principle of compound interest. Right? Because you kept putting the money back. You kept reinvesting the money back. Right? So it keeps growing and growing and growing. Now, let me say this, and this is very important. The real way to make lasting wealth is this principle I'm teaching you. Okay? Okay? The real way to make lasting wealth is this principle I'm teaching you. Okay? Is this principle. This is the real way to make lasting wealth. What I just taught you now is the real way to make lasting wealth. And you must understand it because many of you are looking for quick money. Oh, crypto. I'll give my money to somebody. They'll collect the money. They'll give me back. They'll give me 10%, 20%, 100%. You know, we're having a meeting today and they were telling me of a guy. How many of you know the guy? They said this guy, by the way, disappeared. You know, this is funny. They said the guy was giving people 15% of their money every month. And that a particular church invested 500 million into this guy. I was told that even banks invested with this guy. Right? The guy literally scammed everyone. I don't know how he could have done it. I don't know what people were thinking about. And this is why people lose money. Greed. How can you think that there's one business in this world that can consistently pay you 15% every month without crashing? There's no such business. I don't care who they are, ExxonMobil, Shell. There's nothing like that. Okay? Nothing like that. Nothing like that. So stop getting deceived. Stop getting greedy. I told a church, how can a church put 500 million in a Ponzi scheme? Stop being greedy. Go the normal route. Go the right way. Go the realistic way. Listen, all these years, many of you now are 40 and you've been doing Ponzi scheme all your life. If you have settled down to do the right kind of investment, as a result of compound interest, by now, many of you will have been millionaires. How many of you agree with me? Many of you are 40, you are 50. Some of you watching me are 55, 60. If you did not put money into Ponzi scheme where you lost all your money, if you have done it the right way, the way Warren Buffett teaches, and you leverage on compound interest, how many of you agree with me that many of you will have been millionaires today? If you agree, type I agree. But many of us will not listen. As soon as you hear Jide collected his money, Yinka collected his money, Jide, you say, let's do it. Life is risk. When you now lose the money again, you now say, I will not trust anybody again. Everybody is a scammer. You were the scammer. They just scammed you first. You were looking for who to scam. Okay? They just scammed you first. That was it. They scammed you before. And so, very important, stop this concept of looking for quick fix. Let me say this. You did not get broke overnight. You are not going to be rich overnight. Everybody write it down. Okay? You did not get broke overnight. You won't become rich overnight. Everybody write it down. Okay? You did not get broke overnight. You will not become rich overnight. Everybody write it down. You did not get broke overnight. You will not become rich overnight. You did not become poor overnight. Poverty is a function of habits. Habits. It's a function of habits. You did not run into debt, basically, overnight. You will not become rich overnight. You will not come out of debt overnight. When I meet people who are indebted and they are saying, Dr. Stephen, guide me out of my debt, I'll say, no problem. My first word to you is, you did not become indebted overnight. Do not think there is a quick and fast method to coming out of this debt. Will you come out of it? Yes. Do I guarantee you come out of it? Yes. But it's not going to be a quick fix. It's not going to be sharp, right? I know we're in jet age, and there are ways to make money legitimately, but not overnight. Hey, miracle. No. When you do those methods, things end up crashing. When we start building real estate, some of our clients will come to us, Dr. Stephen, don't you see other estates who started before those companies, they started, they started after your own estate. They're already building houses now, building fence. Their property have gone, boom, boom, everything has gone up. And I will be laughing. I'll say, well, did you ask them how they got the money for the fast pace of their development? So I don't know, but they are moving fast, unlike you people. I say, well, let me tell you this, we don't take loan. I say, why? I said, we don't take loan to protect you, the investor. Because if I take loan, right, if I default on that loan, the bank will take over my estate and will not consider you that you invested. They will not consider you. So I am better moving gradually with my personal money and that of investors. I'm moving at a healthy pace that will not crash. Right? Instead of moving fast. Now, many of them reached back to me and started thanking me when stories of other real estate companies came out. One particular company, they took loan from the bank. The bank sold the loan to Amcon. According to the guy, one of Amcon's director or something went ahead to buy the property, his own property. Right? Came and started demolishing. Houses were already built. People, houses that were living in it, they started demolishing it. That they don't have any house. That the entire place belonged to the bank. So many clients started coming to me and said, Dr. Stephen, now I understand why you do your things gradual, steady, but you are making progress. Now I understand why you are not rushing. Now I understand your model. Right? Understand that steady, slow wins the race. You will still get there. You will still get there. In fact, all this time you have been moving from pillar to post, you will have gotten there. You will have gotten there. All this while you've been jumping up and you will have gotten there if you have followed the proper way. You will have gotten there. Right? Someone say, where's our office in Asaba? We're just launching our estate in Asaba, so we don't have an office yet till December before we open our Asaba office. So what we're doing is called pre-launch, right? You're investing before the official launch. Okay? So very important. Okay? Slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. Please share this video 50 times, everybody. Share it. Facebook, WhatsApp, LinkedIn. Share. Everybody share. So please, move at your pace, but use compound interest. If there is any way you want to make it fast in investment, use compound interest. Everybody type it. If there is a quick way to make it in investment, use compound interest. Do not collect your interest. Put it back again. Put it back again. Put it back again. Years to come, your money is become massive. Are you ready for number 2? If you are ready for number 2, type, I'm ready. I don't know if you are ready for number 2. Okay, if you're ready for number 2, type, I'm ready. By the way, are you getting value? If you're getting value also, type, I'm getting value. Please share this video 50 times. Okay, share. Get everybody in here. Okay, number 2 is called, let me see my notes so that I'm sure I'm speaking according to my note. Number 2, cash Do cash real estate investment with credible companies. So everybody write number 2 down. Do cash, okay, real estate investment with credible companies. Okay, do cash real estate investment with credible companies. Credible, don't forget the word credible. I said my own, credible. Aha. How do you know company is credible? Check them online. Check the directors. Check the owners. Okay? Find out who they are. Check how many years they've existed. How have they been? How long have they been? What do they stand for? Okay? Who are they? Do your research. Be sure you know who these companies are and what they do, what they stand for. Very, very important that you do so. It's very important. If you don't, you're in trouble. So, do cash real estate investment with credible companies. What does this mean? This is almost like a form of real estate investment trust where you put in cash, right? You can invest 10 million and maybe they promise you 16% return or 18% every year. I'm not saying every month. If you go and do this monthly investment, you're your own. Let me tell you this. Most investment that promise you monthly return, most, in fact, 99% are scam. Write it down today. Okay? 99%, not all, but 99%, so that you know how little the good ones are. 99% of investment, cash investment program that promise you monthly return are scam. 99%. 99%. So don't be deceived. How do I mean? When you give me your money to do real estate, okay, to do real estate for you, you give me your money to do real estate. An average gestation period for real estate is 6 to 1 year. For construction of the property, of the house, it takes at least 6 months. Sometimes it takes up to a year to construct a house. Sometimes it takes 2 years because of approval and all of these issues. So if they are even fast, they've gotten the approval before you invest, maybe 6 months they build the house. They need another 6 months to market. Now, some cases, it's not even that there is an issue as regards to the building. They may even build it faster. But the payment plan, usually most investors, when it comes to housing, require 1 year, 2 year, 3 year payment plan. So before the company you invested in will be able to make profit and pay you back, it cannot be every month. Are you learning today? If you are learning, type I'm learning. If you are learning today, type I'm learning. Everybody, type I'm learning. I'm learning. Come on, everybody, type I'm learning. If you are learning, type I'm learning. Come on. I need your energy, everybody. Remember, I told you I like a very energetic class. I love a class that is very active and is engaging me. I enjoy when we're doing classes and engaging me. Now, here's one of my interview with one of our clients, right? You know, he did cash investment with our company. Now, so you can go to my YouTube.
He made a payment.
Dr.
I think around 12 noon.
You can.
Pastor Lumides Shade knows him. And by 1 p.m., the office, 1 a.m. rather, he made it 12 a.m. or thereabout. By 1 a.m., he got a call from the office.
So you can go watch. I don't have time, but you can go to my YouTube.
Wow,
Dr. S. Akintayam, you will see 6th anniversary customer testimony on YouTube. 6th anniversary customer testimony. This is my client. When he wanted to invest with us 3 years ago, right? He told me when I told him the returns we can give, that is realistic. He said, Dr. Stephen, I know somebody who is giving me 10% every month. So I smiled. I said, but it's not sustainable. 10% will crash. That is even giving you every month. It's not a sustainable way. Say, don't worry, I've been with him for years now. Dr. Stephen, you don't understand. Don't bother. We know how this thing works. And I kept quiet. Right? Guess what? He lost, I think, was it 5 million or 10 million? After he lost, he now came back to me that I should help him. That since I'm in Nigeria, I should talk to the person. I said, I don't understand. Everybody runs their separate business. How can I talk to somebody I don't, After that, he now came back to invest with our company. For the last 3 years, we have not owed him one dime. His returns has not been delayed once. Once, it has not been delayed. Is that better or not? Everybody, I want your answer. Which one is better? Somebody who invested in a program and put in 10 million and maybe was able to get so-called 10%. And by the 3rd or 4th month or whatever, right, he stopped getting anything again. And capital, no more. Interest, no more. And then the one that you are able to do, it may be 20%, it may be 18%, it may be 16%, maybe 22%, but guaranteed every year you are getting it. For the last 3 years, which one is better? And these are the things we must learn. Slow and steady. Now, he's lost 10 million. That 10 million can never come back again. Never. All gone. And it doesn't even mean the person he did business with was wicked. Even the person he did business with just did not know that what he was doing wasn't sustainable. Yes, at the beginning of his business, it was booming. He was paying them 10%. But it was not sustainable. He could only do it for a couple of months. He cannot do it for consistently for years. And when you are building business, you build businesses that can last for years. Reinvestment program that can last for years. So when people tell you, come and invest with us in real estate, if you don't want to buy the house, give us some money. We'll use your money to go and build the house. And when we sell the house, we'll share money. Please do not do if they tell you they'll be giving you monthly returns. Number 2, do not do if they promise you more than 25%. Do not do it. Don't do it. It's not sustainable. I'm not saying people have not even gotten their money, but it is not sustainable. What do we mean by that? At some point, something can happen and they may begin to default. And they may even totally collapse and you get nothing back. Are you learning, guys? If you are learning, type, I'm learning. But this is one of the best way, if you can do it with credible companies. It's one of the best way to become rich. Because there are companies you can do this for 20 years, they will not default. And you keep making your money. For 30 years, you keep getting your money. So guaranteed, every year a particular money comes from this particular real estate company that I put in my money. And they are giving me regular returns. Okay? Here is also another client that we have. Right? What can you see here? Everybody look at this. What can you see? What did you see? Everybody tell me, what did you see here? How much did you see? I just want you to tell me the amount you saw. Or you type the amount you saw here. How much did you see? Type the amount you saw. How much? Okay? How much is here? Come on, everybody, type. How much is here? How much? Okay? Oh, 1.8 million. Right? 1.8 million. That is what somebody just got paid. Friday alone. The account team sent to me. This is how many people who invested with our company, many of them are getting their payment consistently guaranteed every year. No shaking. Right? Even before due date, you are getting the money. This is better than all this get quick one. Sharp money. Right? How many of you think that this person invested 10 million, right? How many of you think that if you can continue to get this every year for 20 years, it's a good investment? All you need is to do multiple of this. If you agree, type I agree. How many of you believe that if you can be getting this consistently every year for the next 10 to 20 years, right, and can have multiple investment like this, but guaranteed though, not that today you will lose everything, right? Of course, there's no guarantee in any investment, but investment that you know that you are dealing with credible people who are playing it according to the books. They are much more, reasonable in their structure so that they don't default, they don't disappoint investors. I think that's how to build wealth. So if I am this person now, how do I do the second one? Then how do I do the third one? Then how do I do the fourth one? If I can have 10 of this kind of investment where I get paid, right, 1.8 million, all I need to do is to have 12. Every month, if you have 1.8 million coming to you, even if you change it to dollars, how many of you agree with me that you're a rich man or woman? Right? How many of you agree? If you agree, type I agree. If you have 12 of this kind of investment, 12, that is paying you this kind of returns, this is how people become rich. Even when you change this to dollars, this is giving you over about $3,500 every month. If you have 12 of this, and every month, without having to do any extra work, you are getting $3,500 every single month. How many of you think this is how to build wealth? So this man has started the first one. All he needs to do, out of these returns he has gotten, I should add another money to it and do the second one. You see the principle of compound interest. Then when he gets his 2 returns from the 2 investments, what does he do? Pick another month, that it will be a due date. Do the third one. Right? In the space of 5 years, he will have done 12. And for the rest of his life, whether he works or not, $3,500 comes to him. Now, I want to ask a question. How many of you agree with me that with $3,500 every month, you can take care of yourself? Can I see your hands up? How many of you can survive even in old age with $3,500? And this is probably not the only sources. Right? But what do many of us do? We look for shortcut. We look for something faster. Crypto, Forex. By the way, there's nothing wrong with crypto. I teach people how to do crypto. Just that I don't collect money from anybody to do crypto. I will not collect your money. What do I do as a rule? Right? What do I do as a rule? Right? What do I do as a rule? When I do crypto and all of these things, I don't collect people's money. I teach them how to invest for themselves. Okay? How do I, so that you determine your destiny. When I teach Forex, I don't collect money. I will never collect money from you to help you trade Forex. No. Because it's a high-risk investment. I would rather teach you how to do it yourself, and then it's up to you and your investment. But why do I then do investment in real estate? Because real estate is stable. You can never lose with real estate. Even if price falls, it will still rise back by itself. So, and that's why they call it real estate, because it's the only estate that is real. It's the only investment that is real. Every of these other things, they are virtual. Anything can happen. The whole thing crumble. But real estate is real. So you can build an investment program on real estate. That's why I'm doing it. Right? Because real estate is sustainable. But you are Forex, crypto. As much as I do it, I don't do investment in it. I don't. Because it's risky. Right? So today, I can't even confirm. Today, I promise you will get this, you get that. Now, what if you don't get it? You're in trouble. Right? You're in trouble. Somebody said, calculated 1.8 million for 20 years. That's 36,600,000. Can you imagine? 36,600,000. That's way, way, way more than what you actually invested. You've made back your initial capital, and you still continue to earn and earn and earn. And this is how people become rich. You structure investment deal that in no time you got back the money you put in, and you continue. How many of you got value today? If you got value, type, I got value, I got value, I got value. Okay? If you got value, type, I got value, I got value. Number 3, please get a real estate investment mentor. Everybody write it down. Get a real estate investment mentor. Everybody write it down. Get a real estate investment mentor. Do not go into investment without somebody who has done it before, somebody who is successful in whatever they are teaching you to guide you. Yoruba, where I come from, they say, I will interpret. It means that whoever will put on a cloth on you, okay, you check the one he or she is what? Is wearing. Again, whoever will put a what? A cloth on you, you check the one he or she is what? Wearing. Do not do investment without a mentor. Okay? How many of you would like me to mentor you on how to do safe and credible real estate investment? How many of you want that? If you want it, type, I want mentorship. I want mentorship. Everybody type it. Now, I charge to mentor people. My mentorship program, the cheapest is $10,000. That's what I charge. However, if the mentorship is on how to invest with our company, I'm willing to mentor the top 10 people to chat me up today. I'll show you some of the investment program we have, which is expiring. I mean, it's closing already, and how you can take advantage of it. But you must have minimum of 2 million naira. Okay, you must have minimum of 2 million naira. Now, the least investment we do is 10 million, but we had to, for the purpose of yesterday and today, reduce it to 2 million so that some more people can take advantage of it. And I shared yesterday, the reason why we don't do investment that is less than 2 million is because you are supposed to only use your disposable income. Everybody type disposable income. When it comes to investment, only use your disposable income. I want everybody to type disposable income. Do not use all your savings on investment because you can have emergencies. And most real investment, you cannot just pull out your money like that. So you are only supposed to invest disposable income. A disposable income is the money that you can invest without affecting your regular cash flow. So I realized after so much that I've done that many people who cannot afford 2 million, who cannot afford 2 million, 10 million, 20 million, usually do not have disposable income. So if you are doing an investment and you're asking people to invest 100,000, 500,000, in many cases, that's all the money they have. I don't know if you agree with me. In many cases, people who do this, this is why the people who lose money the most to Ponzi schemes are poor people. I don't know if you agree. If you agree, type I agree. And you know the reason why. Ponzi scheme always is is always cheap to join. Most Ponzi scheme, the entry level is so easy. 50,000, 100,000, some even 20,000. So because the entry level is so little, what happened? A lot of poor people then put in their money, right? But in many cases, it's all they have. Some will not. So all these 100,000 investment, 500, what you then have is people who had to put all their money. So if anything goes wrong, if they have emergency, they come back to the company even before the maturity date of their investment and they want the money back. And if the company is saying, no, it's not mature yet, they say you are devil, you are wicked, and they start spoiling your name. So we have to say, no. Let's deal with people, upper middle class people who have disposable income, right? So that we don't have headache. I mean, I can't stand headache, right? Because I already have enough headache running business in different continents of the world. We're in 4 continents. We're in US, we're in UK, we're in Dubai, we're in different offices in Nigeria. I cannot handle headache. So better dealing with people who have disposable income. It's better. They are ready to, you look at this man now, okay? He waited till the maturity of his money and he got his money back. He never reached out to say, there's an emergency. Hey, emergency. And we have several investors like that. Many of them, because they are high, upper middle class, they are able to wait for the maturity of their investment and nobody fight anybody. This is 1.8 million in returns on investment that got paid. This week now, there are a lot of other people who are getting paid this week alone. Some of them did not give us they don't want us to disclose them and all of that. Some, in fact, the testimony of the guy that I showed you earlier, he agreed to come publicly and share his testimony for our 6th-year anniversary, that he has done investment with us for the last 3 years, and we have not defaulted. Some people don't want that, right? So we only share, people who, because investment is very confidential. Some people don't want you to share that. So here's one amongst so many other people. But we are happy doing that. And so how many of you are interested? You have at least 2 million naira right now. Not that you have, not that you are hoping, not that you are believing God. You already have it. And you are ready to invest today. And you want me to guide you. If you are ready, type me. Come on. I want your answer. How many of you want that? Type me. You are ready to invest today, not tomorrow, today. Okay? Just type me. Oh, okay. So for those of you, I attend to the first 10 of you to reply my message, to send me a message right now on WhatsApp. The number is +1 85 77 01 5527. +1 85 77 01 5527. I repeat it again. +1. I just pinned the number again right now. I just pinned it on the screen so you can see it. +1 85 77 01 5527. So I'm going to take questions. If you are, by the way, did you get value today? If you got value, type I got value. Okay? If you got value, type I got value. Come on, show some appreciation, show some love. If you learned something today, and this will guide you into investment in future. Many of you now know why you have lost money in investment. Okay? And many of you will never lose money again because of what I've taught you today. You now know how to dictate credible investment, realistic investment, sustainable investment from the ones that are not sustainable. I tell people, even if the person doing the investment, right? Even if the person is a bishop, is a pope, right? Is an imam, is a chief priest. If the returns is more than 25%, is a high-risk investment, right? I will only put a little portion of my money into such, right? I will only put a little portion. I'm not going to put all. I'm going to put a little because I know it's gamble. I can lose all the money. It no matter who is behind it. But when many of you miss it, you will say, the person behind it is a pastor. The person who told me about it is a what? You need to learn financial intelligence. It's not about who told you about the business. It's not about who is the person. It's about, is it sustainable? Is it sustainable? That's the issue. So some investments are not sustainable. They're not realistic. So you put your money into it, you lose it, you blame everybody. Alexandra Kalu says, you just helped me out of a lot of mistakes in the past. I ought to be here before now. Hey, yeah. You're welcome. I know you will make it again. A lot of people have made so many mistakes like this, lost money. I always say it. I say, if many of you have done it right, by now you'll have been a millionaire. The issue is that you are in a hurry and you kept doing wrong, and you continue. Some of you will use mystical analysis. You use, you say, the Holy Spirit led you. You perceive in your spirit. I was convinced that I should do the investment. When the investment go bad, what happened? Was it not the Holy Spirit that told you again? Right? Because you just didn't use the right mechanism. In fact, many people, what's worse is that many don't get lucky. They will hear about an investment, they will not do it on time. It's when the thing is about to crash, when everybody around them is now getting their money, they will not try it. By the time they try, it's the month they try, the thing will crash. It's on their own head that the company will stop paying. How many of you have experienced something like that? It's on their own head. It's when they join that the whole thing just goes bad. And it's almost as if it's that, All their friends who did it were getting paid though. And they were saying, no, I won't do it, I won't do it. When they finally did it, the thing just went bad. And it's again because you don't understand. If you do high risk investment, I tell people, is when the thing just comes out that you should quickly do it. Do it quickly when the hype is high. Withdraw your money. For example, if you are doing Bitcoin, crypto, start withdrawing some of your profit now because Bitcoin is doing well. Start withdrawing some of your profit. Because anytime soon, could be the next 3 months, could be the next 5 months, Bitcoin will crash. Take it from me. Quote me anywhere. It will crash anytime soon. Most likely, I perceive December. Okay? December, January. Right? If it doesn't crash December, January, by March, it's going to be down. Take it from me. So what should you do? Begin to withdraw your profit small now. And that's the rule. When the thing does well is when you pull out. When the thing is new and it's just started and people are still scared doing it, that's when you should do it. That's when you should do it. When it comes to high risk investment, that's how it works. Because it's gamble. Right? And in many cases, it's the early comers that will get paid. The newcomers is their money they're using to pay the early comers. Okay. Are you excited about what you learned today? If you're excited, again type, I am excited. Ojo Adebayo Mike says, how do I get investors' heart to my real estate business? Well, build credibility and social capital. Build credibility and social capital. Credibility is how many people have invested with you in the past who can come out and say, I trust this man. I've done business with him. He will not cheat you. That's what I leverage on, right? If you go on my YouTube, you see different customers. I bought Dr. Stephen's land for 1.5 million. The value today is worth 15 million. God bless that man. Oh, I invested cash with the man, right? I paid my cash money into their investment program, right? And I got, X amount. So when you have all these kind of conversations, right, that people are having positive feedback. Of course, not everybody will say good things about you. There are some who will still not be happy. Okay? Everybody will not like you. But when you are able to have at least substantial people can come out and say, I did business with this person is credible, you begin to build what we call social capital. You begin to, also when you begin to educate people about what you know, let it be beyond just they should come and invest with you. How much value are they getting? There are people who have told me today, they said, Dr. Stephen, I don't have money today, okay? But I am in my final year. I believe I'll get a good job. My first property will be from your company. And I say, why? Say, in the last 2 years, you have been coming on Facebook and you have been teaching me, and my life has changed. I've made good decisions because I met you. So I vowed in my heart that I will not do business with anybody else, okay? Or before I do with anybody else, I'll first do with you because you have added to my life. So right now, most of my investors feel indebted to me. That's why they're investing. It's not even because of the product. It's not because of the product. I remember somebody said one day, he said, even if what Dr. Stephen, even if his product is fake, I will still do business with that man. Even if it's not real. What I have learned from him, I feel I owe him to do business with him. So that's how so social capital and credibility is how you convince people, right, to invest in your business. Another thing which is also important is you being able to project the services and the value. So before anybody, for example, we never had an investment program, full-fledged investment program until last year. It was after 5 years. We did a pilot scheme 3 years after, but it was only with less than 10 people. And then we realized we needed to perfect some things. We paused it, and then we resumed last year. So for 5 years, we have proven, we have shown people what we're able to do, the investment we're able to do with our personal money, with our private, loved ones' money. So when we not say, hey, you can invest with us, people believe because they could see could see an estate in Lagos, different estates in Lagos, different estates in Abuja, different estates in Ibadan, different. So if people know that, look, these people are on ground. This thing is real. Okay? But when you are just starting business, you are not even sure of the cash flow yet. You are not sure of the profitability, margin and all of those things, and you start running investment, you will crash. So I tell people at the beginning of your business, do not take anybody's money. Only take your family and friends, because if you lose family and friends money, you go and cry. You do family meeting, they will forgive you. You move on. But if you lose external people's money, they won't forgive you. Your whole reputation can be messed up through that. So wisdom demands that at the beginning of your business, only do business with your loved ones, your family members, people who don't mind. Okay, people who will never deny you because of blood ties. Well, okay, and your own personal savings as well. That's how you do. For me, for 5 years, that's what we did. We focus everything on direct selling, private investors, my own personal money. That's what we focused on. It was important to us because I knew that if I rushed to getting people's money and we failed, right? I will lose credibility. People will not, people will not want to ever do business with me. And many of them will not know that genuinely, sincerely, it wasn't that I wanted to swindle them. The thing just didn't work. So I said, I will use my own money, okay, to keep rehearsing the business till I master it before I will call for investment. And that's what we did. So by the time we started getting investment last year, we've mastered the game. We know. That's why, guess what happened? We started investment last year. This year now, in fact, from that last year, COVID happened same last year, right? This year, inflation of Nigeria has been crazy, but we kept paying everybody. More than 90% of investment program in Nigeria have crashed. Our own has not crashed because we took time to build something solid behind what we're doing. In fact, do you know one of the reasons why we don't fail to pay our investors? What we pay investors every month is less than 5% of what comes into our company every month. So we don't even know we are paying investors, because what we are collecting from investors is so little compared to our assets. That's why you need to take time to have used sales, family members' money, private money to grow the business before you start collecting people's money. Someone say, how about low-income people? Like I told you earlier, we don't take for low-income people because most low-income people don't have disposable income. So if you collect your money now, God forbid you have emergency need for money, right? You can't, because we will not give you money until, right? And that's just the honest truth. We don't give money until your maturity date, right? So if this is not a disposable income, and most low-income people don't have disposable income. So what happens is that you put in all your money. The day you need money emergency, you say you have some money somewhere. GTEx does not keep money in the bank. We have used that money to either buy land or to fence land or to build house. So when you come back and say before maturity date you want your money back, it doesn't work that way because we don't keep money in the bank. We had to use your money to do business. That's why we're able to give you returns. So we avoid low-income earners so that we do not put them in a dangerous position, okay, when they will have invested with us and they needed money and we are not providing it. And they will not also put us in a dangerous position where we are forced to go and be pulling money out of our business to pay people when the maturity is not due. Right, so those things are for us very important. So thank you all for listening. Like I said, the first 10 people to chat me up +1 8577015527 who have at least 2 million, 10 million, 20 million you want to invest and you want to be getting rental income like all these people I showed you today. Yes, chat me up on that number. I've just pinned it +1 8577015527. WhatsApp chat only. Chat me and And let's see how we can help you to build passive income and make your money start working for you. I'll wrap up with this. If money is not currently working for you, you are not yet a rich man or woman, no matter how much income you are making every month. I'll repeat it again. If your money is not yet working for you, meaning you have invested money into something that keeps bringing money on a regular basis, you are not yet a rich man or a rich woman. No matter how much is your salary, no matter how much you are making, you must first put money into something that is sustainable. I love you all. Thank you for watching. I'm Dr. Stephen Akintayo, Africa's most influential investment coach. God bless you and good night.